It's Saturday morning. It's a lovely morning. It's like 65 degrees, which is a wonderful break from the baking summer we've had. I went down to the parts store and bought a bunch of parts, which includes upper and lower ball joints, Velcro gaskets, a bunch of other stuff. The old Edelbrock carburetor is not doing too good on this thing either. I need to take that apart, either fix that or build a quadrajet. And we'll see what we get into today. I like this old truck though. I wish it got better gas mileage. Alright, I pulled it in. I'm only going to pull it in halfway because it's pretty nice outdoors and ain't too hot. So I'm going to jack it up, pull the wheels off, pull the rotors off. I'm going to take them and get them turned. It's a little bit shaky when brakes are applied. I'm going to change the brake pads because these ones squeak like crazy, and I'm going to put ball joints in it. So I better get moving. Uh-oh, we got a reverse light out. Anyway, the reason she's backing that up here is so I don't have to carry them monsters so far. It took me a second to figure out how to get these calipers off. All it is a neat little wedge system. Take that bolt there out and drive it out. Pretty simple. But I think the reason why these things are squeaking so bad is because of that. The little anti-squeal pad had slid off, and that's probably why.
Oh.
Don't you agree?
I agree with anything you say.
Anything?
Well, let me rephrase that.
Maybe you should, because I got a few ideas.
I'm
Anyway,
glad you figured it out though, because that squeal is annoying.
the brake pads are good, but I think I'm going to put new ones on it anyway.
Why would you do that?
Because I'm going to turn the rotors and I'm going to make this truck right.
Even though the brake pads are good?
Brake pads are 30 bucks or so. Is it worth it to put old junk pads back on it?
Well, you just said they were good, and I understand they're junk.
Well, the wear surface is good, but it ain't worth saving. We're putting new ones on it.
Okay.
That's the end of that. You said you'd agree with everything I thought, but now you're arguing with me.
agree.
Which one is it?
I agree. Put the new pads on if you got them.
Well, I ain't got them. I got to buy them.
Okay.
Look, now she's arguing again.
I'm not arguing.
Good grief. The little man and I conferred and decided Mama could take the rotors to the parts store, get them turned, since there's no purses for sale there and she wouldn't be gone long. So I got the rotors off. Now what I need to do is chip all them years of road grime off so I can get to the rivets on the upper ball joint. And then before we get the rivets off, I'll put a jack under the lower control arm, put some pressure up, and then remove that nut. Whack this good with a good sized hammer, goodly sized hammer, and it should pop loose. Should. And then I can replace the upper ball joint, and then I'll see if my cheap Harbor Freight press will do the lower. I hope so. There, it worked. A couple sharp blows right there, and it dropped down. Now, I'd like to point out, I did have the jack up higher and the nut still on it, so that I would not be injured. You know, a lot of people point out stuff they think I did wrong. It's just that I didn't put it on video. I'm not really doing how-to videos. I'm just doing what I do. And if there's something I think somebody might be interested to know, I'll point it out. Anyway, just thought I'd say that. Alright, the upper ball joint still feels tight, but I'd be foolish not to replace it at this juncture. The bottom one is definitely loose. The other side's worse yet. Upper control arm bushings feel tight, however, so I'm not going to fool with those. I think this will get her in decent shape.
Show us what you've done, Mr.
Oh.
Mrshevyshevy.
I was just mesmerized. I got the lower ball joint out. It didn't come out too bad. I was a little dubious of my Chinese Harbor Freight tools, but it worked. So now let's see if I can press the new one in after I clean this up a little bit.
Show them what the old upper one looked like.
That's the upper one. And that's the lower one. Lower one bad, upper one not so bad. But might as well do them all, right?
That's alright, you only want to get into this one time.
Now she's agreeing with me. I can't figure this woman out. And here's the new parts. Look there, Moog problem solver. That's what I need. Right there, problem solvers. Let's put them in.
Sure.
Alright, I got the inner wheel bearing greased using my handy little greaser. And it occurs to me, I've had that seal driver kit for years, but I can't remember the last time it worked good. Worked for me. Too small every time. So I had to use this piece of steel and that hammer. Which worked out fine. They did a nice job turning the rotors, didn't they? Which they should have for $18 a piece. Good grief. I got the passenger side done. Now I'm on the driver's side. And this ball joint is definitely loose up and down motion. So this one feels tight yet, but like I say, let's put new ones on it. Oh, let me show you something, you folks that enjoy cold starts, real cold starts regularly. Down here where real cold starts aren't available, there's paint on the frame. Isn't that something? I'd just like to point out something. Let me see your hands. Just an observation. Here's something I ain't too proud of. It's this Harbor Freight ball joint press. Look at what I had to do to get the ball joint to go in. This thing is bent here so it won't push the ball joint in square. This has been a real fight. In fact, I'm slightly aggravated, which is unusual for me.
That was that ball joint it really didn't want you to get.
Oh yeah, look at my thumb.
Ugh.
Anyway, I've used that thing 2 or 3 times, and I'm going to throw it in the bushes as soon as I get it off there. Guess we'll go ahead and make this a little bit of a how-to video. This is how to jack up your truck. Just find a comfy chair.
That's right.
Sit down.
Work smarter, not harder.
All right, go on.
Are you checking?
Let's see if you can get it up while you're still sitting down.
I think that's good.
That's high enough. All right, let's let the jack stands down. I guess it was okay. All right, this is how to set it down while sitting down.
Stop. Piece
Oh,
of
you
cake.
done good. Usually you drop it.
Oh, come on. Just like I couldn't drive this thing, right?
Yeah, just barely.
Oh, come off it. I got you there safely.
I guess so. Anyway, front end's done. Ball joints, rotors turned, new brake pads, bearings packed,
Greased.
front end greased. Even though I already did that one time, we done it again. And I think that's all you're getting out of me today.
Hallelujah.
All right, let's go find something to eat.
Yeah.